Hey, what's up, toy heads? Jason here with ToyBot.
All hail ToyBot!
Coming at you today with a little review of the latest release from the Transformers MOTU crossover, that being the Starscream armor Scareglow, as well as the Optimus Prime armor He-Man. Now, when Mattel first announced these Transformers crossover figures, I wasn't fully on board with the figures, other than the idea of getting a Megatron Skeletor mashup. That I've always found interesting, seeing fan art over the years of like a Skeletor, basically a Skeletron, if you will. And so that figure definitely was one I was going to get, but at the same time, not something I wanted to pay the full price for. I believe retail of these was like $32, $35 if I'm not mistaken. And even at that, like I couldn't pull the trigger on it. So once I got my Megatron Skeletor, got it at a clearance price, and then when they went on further clearance, I picked up the Bumblebee Man-at-Arms armor, and really grew to really appreciate them once I had them in hand. That especially the Bumblebee Man-at-Arms, I had no interest in that at first, and actually I really like it, especially once you've got the faceplate on the Bumblebee Man-at-Arms figure. I actually really like the way he looks. Anyways, when they announced they were going to do a Scareglow Starscream mashup, I was like, well, that's cool. What could you do cooler than a Megatron Skeletor mashup? Really not much. But a Scareglow Starscream mashup, that's pretty cool in itself, and that's awesome. Now, obviously, since you had a Skeletor, you're gonna have to have a He-Man, right? So, yes, they did the Optimus Prime He-Man mashup, and that I was not as excited about, if I'm, in all honesty. But at this point, if I was planning, I already had 3 of the 4 figures, why not go for the 4th? And actually, once I got this figure in hand, and saw it in person, got it in hand, I like it. I mean, I like it more than I initially thought I was going to. Still think some of it's kind of silly with the smokestacks here on his arms, and the fact that He-Man's just rocking some pants. But yeah, and again, I did wait for a bit of a deeper clearance there on He-Man. Scareglow, I bought him at just below retail first, and then actually ended up, when they went on sale through like the Target Circle, I ended up returning the original figure because I hadn't opened it yet, and then just repurchasing it because I just felt like, okay, if I can get a deal, it makes it that much worth it to me. Now, I don't know if Mattel is planning on doing any more of these figures, another wave or not. I feel like, I mean, we're good here with this. I don't know if it was really that popular. I mean, if they do more, depending on what characters they mash up, could be into it. Personally, I thought Bumblebee should have been mashed up with Buzz-Off, but that's just me. But anyways, what I'm here to talk about specifically with this video is the latest wave, which would be the Scareglow, Starscream, and the Optimus Prime. So let's just take a good look here. So you'll notice with the Starscream Scareglow armor, you got these basically these wings with guns that also double as like these axes, which is really pretty cool. I really appreciate basically these guns, these side pieces that go into the peg holes on the arms. This reminds me so much of the vintage Transformer. I remember doing stuff like this on my Transformers toys as a kid. You know, the little peg holes where you would put the wing. You'd plug wings with guns into the arms, or or transform them into the wings would obviously become wings. Getting redundant there, but so that was really cool. I felt like I really appreciated that. specifically with the, you know, choosing Scareglow as the figure to mash up with Starscream. You know, obviously you've got the movie reference here with the crown, you know, the coronation of Starscream, and then I guess basically the death of Starscream when he essentially becomes a ghost. So you know, Scareglow being the evil ghost of Skeletor, and we've got, you know, Starscream ghost. So it's, yeah, it works. It makes sense, and plus I do really like the way this figure looks. I did want to point out the cape on this actually is just, yep, just there's pegs on the back here. It just plugs in like that. But yeah, again, as silly as this crossover is, and even reading the mini comics, really, they just, it's interesting. It's interesting concept for sure. I applaud Mattel for trying different things, and obviously really pulling even further on our nostalgia with these, you know, mashing up different toy lines from the 80s. The Turtles of Grayskull line, yes, because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe are my two main lines that I collect, so that for me was a no-brainer. Transformers, I have a few Transformers, as you can see here, but I've been trying not to go too hard into it, to the line, because that's a dangerous slope, and I'm already pretty committed to the Masters of the Universe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But so again, figure, yeah, the Starscream Scareglow, really like it. That's happy to have it, you know. Now the He-Man Optimus Prime here, this armor here, it's just interesting because, you know, he's basically wearing kind of like this. You remove the face shield, he's basically wearing a just an open-faced, you know, basically not even really full helmet. But once you put the face plate on him, I think it looks a lot better. Kind of similar to with the Bumblebee Man-at-Arms. Once you got that face plate on him, he just looked way cooler. And I feel like that's kind of the same thing here with the He-Man Optimus Prime. Now if I can get this faceplate back on, there we go. Oops, did I put that on backward, upside down? Oh no, I guess maybe I did have it right. Dang it. Yeah. Anyways, yes, so interesting that, you know, again, that they, with the power sword, they merged it with the matrix of leadership, as you can see here. Get this kind of energy like type power sword along with He-Man's shield, which, you know, basically also has that energy vibe, but it still evokes the imagery of He-Man's shield, you know, of the you know. I will say my particular figure, his ankle is a little weak right here, so he's wanting to kind of fall. Gotta redistribute that weight. But anyways, yeah, another fun thing about this is Optimus's energy axe, and if you can actually pop the hand off and pop the old axe on there, and now He-Man has an axe hand, which I find that pretty cool. I feel like that could be reused for another cool character. If you had like a regular axe, you know, using this mold and a silver axe hand character. I mean, I know you already kind of have that, I guess, with Roboto, one of the Roboto's hands, but I don't know. Could be fun with a more organic character who then lost a hand. Now, let's go closer in here. Like I briefly mentioned, the semi-truck smokestacks on the shoulders here. I do find that kind of funny. I do find it cleverly how they managed to work He-Man's H into the chest plate here, along with basically, you know, a semi-grill. They did a decent job, like I said, blending the designs of Optimus Prime and He-Man. I will give them that. I mean, they had to throw He-Man in some gray pants, but to do it. But armor-wise, yeah, I think it works. Like I said, it's just kind of funny seeing He-Man rocking this. But yeah, overall, like I said, wasn't completely sold on this. But if I was going to get the other figures, I wasn't going to, you know, I'm not a completionist by far now with Masters Universe, at least with the Origins. But when it comes to like these little sublines, it's, you know, it's like they're fun. I'll give them that. They're fun, and again, they do play a little bit on the nostalgia. Like I said, mashing up the different lines. You know, so I'm a sucker for it. Like I said, I was all in with the Turtles, and I guess I'm all in with the Transformers. I'm gonna say I wasn't planning on it, but here we are. But yeah, it's now but let me know what you guys think. Have you guys picked up these figures? Are you, you know, Transformers fans as well as Masters of the Universe fans? Or are you just He-Man fans who like, hey, I collect anything Masters of the Universe, so I'm going to get it. And hey, maybe this kind of got you more into Transformers. I will say that I was already kind of picking some Transformers up, and before I decided, no, I don't need to go down that path. But then I will admit that this line has kind of reignited me wanting to get a few more Transformers to round out my collection. It did lead to me picking up this Super 7 Ultimates Optimus Prime. Partially that was because I was able to get that on a pretty killer deal on that. So I would like to get a Megatron to sort of balance out the good guys versus bad guys. I do like the way, you know, he poses. You know, I like the way he displays with these Masters of the Universe crossover figures. So, yeah, guys, let me know. Is this something you picked up? Were you like me, were interested, but you wanted to wait until clearance? I'm just kind of curious. So I'm just curious to gauge the temperature out there. What are you guys thinking about this line? Are you done with it? Like, are you hoping they don't do any more, or would you like to see more figures? And if you would like to see more figures, what mashups do you want to see? Who do you want to see next? You know, I mean, we've got I don't know. With Transformers, it's so hard. Like, obviously, we got Soundwave and Blaster. Specifically Soundwave. I feel like they always do a Soundwave, so I feel like Soundwave would be the next Transformer. But who would you mash, you know, Soundwave up with? You know, I don't even know. Web Store? I don't even know. That makes sense. You know, just because their color schemes are similar and they do reconnaissance work, I guess. You know, with and on the good guy's side, yeah. So I don't know, guys. But as you can see, the articulation is pretty. You know, it's pretty standard to your Origins. You know, some of the blockiness of the armor, specifically with the Starscream, I feel like prevented a little bit of. It's not as much up and down. I mean, you can definitely. You can, you know, move his arm up and stuff like that, but you can't really, you can't move it up like to the side. So that does prevent. So there is some limitations to the articulation, and that's just due to the design of the armor and the blockiness of Transformers character. But yeah, guys, I guess I've rambled on enough about this. I just wanted, like I said, I wanted to take the time to shoot a little more in-depth video and get a closer look at the figures than I did in my shorts. Yeah, again, just curious what the vibe is out there on this line. Should Mattel squash it, or should we keep going? Like I said, personally, I'm fine if they just stop it here. I don't need them really to go any further. I don't need it to go as deep as the Turtles of Grayskull. Turtles of Grayskull actually went way deeper than I thought they were going to. And again, I was happy, but I was also happy when they kind of wrapped it up, and so I am happy now that I have a Skeletor matched up with Megatron, a Skeletor matched up with Shredder, and a Skeletor matched up with Mumra. That's pretty cool. I'm getting like 80s villains matched up with Skeletor. I just need now a Cobra Commander Skeletor, and I'll be set. Side note, I will be trying to get my hands on that Cobra Commander Shredder in the G.I. Joe Turtles line, which obviously, I think you can tell the tone of this video that I'm all in on that as well, and I'm very much looking forward to those figures dropping this summer. So anyways, guys, again, I am gone off another tangent and I'm rambling, so stop it right here. And if you enjoy this video, please smash that like button, and if you'd like to see more videos from myself and from this channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you click the bell, it will notify you the next time that I drop a toy video. That being said, until next time, toy heads, all hail ToyBot.
Big boy. Meow.